marketing, we believe every business has a great story to tell. Our job is to help your business tell your story in a way that brings more customers to your door. We help small businesses just like yours with web design, social media, SEO, video, and more. Visit us online at brickcity.com or call 352-351-1131 for a free consultation.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. Tom's done. Fiance, the lovely Susan Kieran, is in the building joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, my love.
You just showed me a funny meme.
I did.
That really sums up where we are. The meme said, if all the billionaires are wanting to leave Earth, what's that say? You know, with all these people blasting off into space. Read between the lines. Read between the lines. So you went to a breakfast this morning.
I did, yes.
Very intimate breakfast, I found out. Not as attended as you would think, but it was a breakfast where someone running for elected office came and was open to tell you what their thoughts were about the city and why they are running, and you were able to talk back. There were quite a few back and forth questions and everything, and we're talking about Manal Fakori, who's running for mayor.
Right, yeah. She came up. We have there's a small group of us that have a standing breakfast at 6:30 every day at the Ocala Downtown Diner, and on Fridays. Not every day. I'm sorry, on Fridays only. And we invited her out so that she can educate us on her platform. So it's always good to hear.
Was Joe Niles there?
No.
Surprise. He's I look at him and I look at other people on Facebook and I see some of the stuff going back and forth on Facebook, and it's already showing me a footprint of ugliness before it gets better.
It is. She is committed, though, to run a positive campaign and not get drawn down into the... You know,
I'm always taken when candidates say, I'm going to run a clean campaign. I've heard that in this area, with candidates in Ocala. And I'm not saying that Manal's not telling the truth. If she says she wants to run a clean campaign, kudos to her for saying so. Mm-hmm. But I know in the past, and Manal's not been the person, but I've known in the past in political circles here, candidates have said, I'm going to run a clean campaign. But their subordinates that run PACs for them are just vicious. And are you telling me they don't know that those PACs are doing that for them? So I hope she is true to her word. And by the way, she's been a stalwart of the community for 30-plus years.
35 years she's lived in the community.
So if she's a person of her word and she's not going to get negative in this campaign, that'll be a breath of fresh air.
It is. But if you know her personally, she tries to stay on a very high up-tempo every day, just as her own person, not as a candidate.
What were some of the questions? Can you give me a sample of a question that was asked?
Oh, well, so we asked about our basic platform, and I'm ad-libbing all this off of memory, and please remember I'm 48. And no shots to the head, though.
Yeah, well, see, I have that excuse.
So one was, she talked about the homeless situation that we have here. She talked about the police, and what was our third? And that was in reverse order. Oh, Manel's going to kill me. Well, not literally, everybody. Not literally. Figuratively, please.
But she talked about the homeless and the police.
Yeah, and so one of my questions to her, the police being aside, was how, because you're a non-voting member, you can't vote on any of these topics.
Right, the city council votes.
Yes,
they make the city council.
It's all city council. How do you intend to act on your said platform
to help the homeless?
Correct. And there was, oh God, what was the other one? I'm sorry,
Because we have a weak mayor system here,
Yeah.
which the mayor has the power to veto city council, but then city council can override that veto. But the mayor has no voting power in city council,
Right.
and the mayor oversees the police department.
Right.
That's pretty much the mayor's job.
Right. And then
And
ceremonial.
to be a ceremonial good face for the community.
At ribbon cuttings or groundbreakings or
Certainly.
what have you. Her intention is to use what she's built over the last 35 years is her influence of getting the right people in the room in order to talk about these topics and see how we can get funding or resolution, or do we study how it's been done somewhere else?
Now,
that
did she intimate one way or the other whether she thought the incumbent was doing those kind of things or had done those kind of things?
No, we did not talk about
Because just from my experience, I know on 3 separate occasions the incumbent has done that exact same thing. Put the right people in the room, trying to get traction with the homeless. They went down to Tampa and looked at a homeless encampment in Tampa that they were going to try to build here and everything. Poo-pooed on.
Well, I mean, I think that's a great conversation for them to have together
I
in
think
some
it is.
sort of debate format. Or
You know,
or
funny
what-
you should say that.
I'm sure they're going to have one. I mean,
Funny you should say that.
2 years ago, I went to a debate between Kent and Barbara, so I can't believe there wouldn't be one.
Funny you should say that.
Oh, well, tell me.
The Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 129 and the Professional Firefighters of Ocala Local 2135, they'll be hosting a city council and mayoral candidate forum at the community building at Martin Luther King's First Responders Campus. That's located at 625 Northwest Martin Luther King Boulevard. That's going to be on July 29th. It's going to be from 6 to 9 p.m. It is open to the public. There is limited seating, however. These two unions hope to get each candidate's stance on public safety issues and how each candidate's policy will impact the citizens of Ocala. Public safety and homeless, right there. And I have it on good authority that the person moderating that debate is a no-nonsense, no dog in the fight person who is going to hold candidates to answering the questions that are asked to them. So candidates are not going to be able to dance around these questions. They're going to have to ask the questions that these two unions are coming up with their own questions. The moderator is going to ask those questions, and then the moderator is not going to let them talk around those questions.
You get to do follow-up. The moderator gets to do follow-up questions.
No, he doesn't.
No?
Nope. But he will be able to say, can we get back to the question we asked instead of your stump speech? I don't know who that moderator is. His name's escapes. Oh, yeah, Tom Schmitz. That's his name.
Do you know how many seats are available?
I do not. Limited seating is available. I know that.
Is it going to be on Zoom or is it going to be on Facebook Live or something?
I know that they're efforting to get it live streamed.
Okay.
I know that. And they asked me because I used to do live stream, and I was like, nah, not really what I do anymore. But
well,
I gave
you can't
them,
moderate.
I gave them a couple people. Well, you can, but you have to have other people working for you to do it, and I don't have that anymore.
Right.
We did that for the Marion County Builders Association 4 years ago. We did a debate at the Ewer Center on the campus of CF where I moderated it, but we also put it out on Facebook on the live stream, and over 20,000 views took place because people wanted to see.
Right.
So if they live stream it, I'm sure a lot of people will tune in. But I applaud both unions for doing this, by the way. It's a great idea, and it's a great way to meet the candidates, but it's also a great way to understand where the candidates are coming from through the way they answer these questions that the two unions are going to come up with. And I'm sure there's going to be other debates. I'm sure the Marion County Builders Association may hold one. I don't know if they will or not, but I'm sure there are going to be other ladies groups and men's groups, Rotary and stuff like that, that will hold Kiwanis, people like that will probably hold debates. I am going to effort to hold 5 days of shows where I'll block off an hour in the shows and one day bring the mayoral candidates in, one day bring District 1, District 3, District 5, and District 4 and have them sitting here. That way nobody if they want to advertise with the radio station, they could call Tish to do that at 732-8000. But I'm going to try to get them in all once in a debate style or a conversation style interview where all the candidates are in a room together.
I think that's a fantastic idea. Can you
and
believe?
I get to ask those questions.
Now, what is going on in District 4? Why are there 7 people running?
There's 6 people.
Oh, 6?
6 people running. And hey, because there are 6 people that feel passionate about helping the community of Ocala, I guess is the only reason you can come up with. I mean, that's the only reason I could come up with. But good, hey, that means democracy's in good shape in Ocala.
It is. It is.
If 6 people have enough passion to run for a job that pays $200 a month, that you literally put 15 to 20 hours at the minimum in every month, think about that. They're working for like $10 an hour. You can make more than that at McDonald's or Arby's. So they don't do it because it's a job. Mm-hmm. Like the school board is a job. Some people have served on the school board because they didn't have a job and the school board pays well. Some people have been county commissioners. I won't mention any names, but one of them is a real estate broker who no longer is on the board anymore. His last name is just like a paint that starts with Benjamin. It was a job. Somebody goes, why are you always after that guy? Don't like him. It's very easy.
Well, that's fantastic. What week are you thinking about doing that?
I don't know. I got to sit down with Dan, the program director.
Yeah.
I got to sit down with Joe and Tish so that they're prepared when the candidates are here to go ahead and offer them the ability to then come back as an individual and do an interview that they want to do, and that's a paid for interview. There's all kind of options, but we want to make sure we're the source. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure we get the information there out to you in as many ways as possible so you can make an informed decision. That's all I ask anybody to do. I'm not asking you to agree with me, to disagree with me. I'm not telling you how. I'm not endorsing anybody. Nobody will get an endorsement from me out of anybody running because that's not my job.
It's not.
My job. Now, if the radio station wants to endorse somebody, that's management of the radio station. That's completely up to them. But as a talk show host, I'm not endorsing anybody. But I will bring as much information about everybody that's running to the radio airways as I can to let you make an informed decision. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm going to go to my house out in the county and just sit with my popcorn and watch on election night. I lived in the city until recently. It's about a year ago I lived in the city. Then, a year and a half ago, year and 7 months, you came along. And
then you fell in love.
I hadn't lived in the city.
And then you moved out into the county. It's not a bad place to live. We have a nice house.
It's in the county, and believe me, county elections are coming, and they're going to be just as fun. Just as fun.
We have a nice view in the backyard.
We do. Hey, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, wrap up the first half hour of the second hour of the show right after this. This is Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.